Hello, welcome to Current News. I'm your host, Chris Davis, and today we're going to talk about Robert Pattinson being scheduled to be cast as the new Batman. So I want to give you my thoughts on it. So news outlets have been reporting that Robert Pattinson is scheduled to be the next Batman, and a lot of people are outraged about it on one side, and on another side, people say he's a great actor, he's a phenomenal actor. Okay, I want to give you all my thoughts on like this story. So, Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman. Do I think it's a great idea? No. I don't see it. I don't see him as being Batman. Is it because of Twilight he played a vampire and now like he can play Batman? To me, I don't see him playing Batman, and I think that's where the outrage comes from. I'm sorry if you get offended, but a lot of people think of Robert Pattinson as a sissy. That's it. That's the bullseye. People think that he's not a bulk guy, that he isn't tough, that he's just a tween heartthrob, and they don't see it as him being the caped crusader. Uh, they don't see it yet. Some people are mentioning about other great films he's been cast in, and that he's a great actor. But the problem with that is that majority of people they only know him from Twilight. They don't know him from any other film that he's been a star in. So when people say he's a great actor, he was good in this film, people don't really know of like the films that he's been in other than Twilight. That's just it. That's what he's known for. Other films he has been in has not been as well publicized or has been well accepted in the public as Twilight. Not really everybody loved Twilight. It was really a tween demographic that really liked Twilight. I don't think a majority of like guys did. So that's the problem with casting Robert Pattinson as Batman. Guys, I'm just gonna say it. People think that Robert Pattinson is a sissy. They remember him from Twilight, and they think he's a sissy. That's it. I'm sorry if I offended like any of you all, but I'm just telling you what comic book people think in their heads. They don't think that he is a phenomenal actor because they haven't heard of any other great film that he's been a part of other than Twilight. I'm not saying Twilight was a great film. It did became a cultural phenomenon. But people only know him like from Twilight. And with comic book fans and their defense, they really want a good Batman film. I mean, the last one we had was from Christopher Nolan's Dark Trilogy, and the last good one. And after Ben Affleck, to some people say he did a bad job as Batman in Justice League and Batman v Superman. I don't think Ben Affleck should get the blame for any of that. I think the blame should go to Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers for trying to rush their cinematic universe. I don't think you can put that on Ben Affleck. But DC fans want a good Batman film. That's what they want. They don't want another bad Batman film. They want a great Batman film. Like something on the lines of like Christopher Nolan or like the earlier Batman films in the 90s. I can't think of like the actor's name, but somewhere along those lines. They don't want another bad Batman film. That's just it. And people don't see Robert Pattinson as like the new Batman. Robert Pattinson could pull a Gal Gadot. When Gal Gadot was cast as Wonder Woman, people didn't think she had what it took to be Wonder Woman. They said she was too skinny, and they were pointing out all these other actresses who would be better. Gina Carano, They even wanted um, the actress who played Sif in Thor. Maybe they consider her to be Wonder Woman. Even they didn't think Gal Gadot could cut it because of her body type, but Gal Gadot like proved everyone wrong, and she did like the best DCEU film so far. And Robert Pattinson could surprise us all and be a great Batman. That's very likely, but people just don't see it as him being like the Cape Crusader. They still think that he's that sissy guy from Twilight, that's a vampire and that really attracted the tween demographic. My issue with him being cast is, yes, I think maybe he looks sissy, but my my issue is I don't want Warner Brother to do things on a whim. I actually want Warner Brothers to think what they're doing and think long term. Quit trying to catch up to Marvel. Do what you're doing right now. You're doing a great job releasing good solo films like Shazam, Aquaman. Those were really great films. Even though they weren't 4-star, those weren't terrible. Those were great films. You should keep doing that. Think about like what you're doing. Don't do things on a whim. Just like when they were going to cast a black Superman. I think that was Michael B. Jordan. Maybe some people would have been open to that, but people were upset about it because they thought that Warner Brothers weren't thinking about what they were doing. They thought that, oh, Batman v Superman was terrible. Okay, let's cut Henry Cavill, let's cut Ben Affleck, and let's cast someone new as Superman, someone new as Batman to refresh the franchise. And you can't put, as I said, you can't put anything on Ben Affleck or Henry Cavill. I like Henry Cavill as Superman. He did a great job in Man of Steel. I still think he did great in Batman v Superman. Batman v Superman being terrible wasn't their fault. It was Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers trying to make their cinematic universe in one movie. The blame should go on them. That's their fault. Not Henry Cavill, not Ben Affleck. I would like to for Ben Affleck to keep the cowl and for him to come out with his movie. I believe like Deathstroke was supposed to be the villain in there. So I would definitely want Ben Affleck to stay as Batman. I don't think you can blame them for Batman v Superman. And that's like the issue I have with Warner Brothers is them making decisions on a whim and them not thinking about it. Okay, Batman v Superman was bad. Okay, let's recast Superman and Batman. Plenty of people have been Superman and Batman. We'll just recast some new actors. No. Stop. Don't make a decision like that just because a movie wasn't well received or it didn't do so great or the fans complain. Listen to what people are saying. Listen to people's criticisms and make a plan based off of that. Because what you're doing is you're just putting yourself in a deeper hole. Okay? So if you're going to cast Robert Pattinson as the new Batman, then think this decision through. Think about what it's going to be maybe 5 or 10 years from now. Don't just pick Robert Pattinson just because you think that people who love Twilight are going to come watch the Batman film he's in. Maybe they will, but what about the comic book fans that like really like Batman? They might go see it, but if this film like isn't good, they're going to be really upset and people are going to be more like doubtful about the DCEU. Like I said, right now it's doing a great job. Shazam, Aquaman. Okay, we're starting to get consistent with really good films. If they can do a really great job with The Flash and they can continue like the story overall, if they can continue the overall story arc in the DCEU, if they do that, I think they'll be on the right track. But don't do stuff on a whim. Actually think about it. Okay, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you like what I had to share, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Please click the bell for notifications. Also, you can follow me on social media. I have the links in the description box below. And all of you have a great day.